Feminine Strokes by Berthe Morisot. Berthe Morisot was one of the most famous and influential painters of the Impressionist movement during the 19th century. Being one of the few feminine artists, she received both respect and criticism for her works. She was born on January 14, 1849 in Bourges, France, and her father was the high-ranking government official, and her grandfather was the influential Rococo painter Jean-Héré Fragonard. She and her sister started painting as young girls, and they earned respect in their art circles for their talent. Morrissot and her sister traveled to Paris to study and copy works under Joseph Guichard. They also studied with the landscape painter Jean-Baptiste Camille Corot to learn how to paint outdoor scenes. In 1868, Berthe Morisot was introduced to Edouard Manet. The two formed a lasting friendship and greatly influenced one another's work. She also befriended the Impressionists Edgar Degas and Frederic Bazille, and in 1874 agreed to be in the first independent show of Impressionist paintings, which included works by Degas, Camille Pissarro, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, Claude Monet, and Alfred Sisley. In 1874, Berthe Morisot married Manet's younger brother Eugene, also a painter. The marriage provided her with social and financial stability while she continued to pursue her painting career. Morrissot portrayed a wide range of subjects, from landscapes and still lifes to domestic scenes and portraits. She also experimented with numerous types of paints, including oils, watercolors, pastels, and drawings. After her husband died in 1892, Berthe Morisot continued to paint, although she was never commercially successful during her lifetime. She did, however, outsell a few of her fellow Impressionists, including Monet, Renoir, and Sisley. Morrissot contracted pneumonia and died on March 2nd, 1895 at age 54.
The first out of the three paintings featured in our exhibit is called The Butterfly Hunt. This painting depicts a woman and her children outdoors in the afternoon playing with butterflies. And the next painting is called Summer's Day, and Morrissot painted two women enjoying time together on a boat ride. The third painting in our exhibit is titled Hide and Seek, and this artwork shows a woman and her daughter playing hide and seek in their yard and bonding together while having fun.
The theme throughout these works is that they all show Morissot's common subject of women and or children in outdoor settings. All paintings show her characteristics of thick brushstrokes and common scenes of everyday activities. These individual paintings were chosen because they clearly show the common subjects that she painted during her artistic career and the feminine side of her style. So now to focus on the details. The paintings in this gallery demonstrate the techniques of the Impressionist painting style. In her paintings, there was less focus on the detail of the painting and more on the actual subject matter of what was being depicted. She used thick amounts of paint, applying the colors in no particular order or direction. This caused her paintings to have texture and allow her to show the effect that light had on the subject being depicted. The usage of paint also permitted Morrissot to portray the wild textures of nature as she painted her outdoor scenes. This frequently gave her paintings an almost translucent look, which is especially seen in her painting Summer's Day. Her brushstrokes are clearly visible to the naked eye, as seen in all three of the paintings in this gallery. By using her brushwork and layers of paint, she's able to convey movement, as seen in the rippling water in Summer's Day. Morrissot was one of the original Impressionists and was closely acquainted with the painter Monet, whose painting Impressionism Sunrise gave the name to this art movement.
Ready? Overall, the time period in which these pieces were completed was called Impressionism. Characteristics of this movement included the fleeting sensations of light and the new leisure pastimes of the city and its suburbs. Many of the subjects in these paintings were depicted doing leisure activities outdoors, as mentioned before. These paintings were rejected from traditional government-sanctioned exhibits, so the artists were forced to create their own galleries and exhibitions. The modern subjects and the style eventually attracted the eye of the public and received much attention. Impressionism records the effects of the massive mid-19th century renovation of Paris, and the paintings that Morrissot produced reflect the loose brushwork and the light but vivid colors that were characteristics of the time period. With the renovation of Paris going on and the Impressionist movement in full swing, sudden change in style and subject came to be seen in artwork as a result.